Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Doubler Arrow by a fan of PowerGrid. This is a puzzle that was recommended to me. I was chatting to someone in on the Discord server and saying that I was looking for puzzles that were sort of a good demonstration of things like the doubler constraints. And someone said they encountered a really good one in one of the Discord testing channels and recommended it to me. So I reached out to Fan of PowerGrid and asked if I could get permission to do the puzzle. And here it is, Doubler Arrow by Fan of PowerGrid. So I specifically called out this one because I don't know if I've done a doubler puzzle on the channel, but I don't recall seeing one that I thought was sort of a good introductory puzzle. And I wanted to try and find one. And this is it. So apparently I haven't trialed it yet. So yeah, I'm really happy and looking forward to this one. By the time this video goes live, I should be very active over on BremSter Games doing some video game streaming. My new gaming rig should have arrived and hopefully is set up, and I'm doing some stuff there. I haven't been frustrated by something that's not working or other problems. So hopefully that's happening. One of the games that I'm really looking forward to doing is Portal 2, which I think is one of the best puzzle games that has ever been released. So hopefully by now there is a large chunk of me playing Portal 2 over on BremSter Games, and I will try and there are links to BremSter Games on my channel, but if I remember I'll try and throw a link above or somewhere else, but if not, you can find BremSter Games on YouTube fairly easily. Let's have a look at this. Double Arrow by Fan of PowerGrid. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. And digits on arrows must sum to the number in that arrow circle. So the sum of these digits will get placed into that circle. That may look like a problem. However, the grid contains 9 doublers, 1 in each row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Each digit from 1 to 9 is doubled exactly once. So what that means is a cell will be and then double digits counts as twice their value in the circles and on the arrows. So what that basically means is if this cell right here, probably not, but if this cell was a doubler, then what that would mean is if this is a 2 and this is a 3, then this would be 3 plus 4, and this would end up being a 7 arrow, because 3 plus 2 times 4 is 7, because this is counting for twice its total. And that's how doublers work. So really, there's been doublers, there's been halvers. I think I did a nullify puzzle. I actually think I did one that had doublers and nullifiers, and it was like an over an hour solve. So I'm looking forward to trying something that apparently is more introduction. I've restarted the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. And there's a few things I can see here. So the first thing I saw during the intro, this is at least 5 cells. Now, because only doublers are available, I can't reduce the value of any of those. So the minimum here is 15. So this here has to be at least 15, and I can't do that without doubling. So this cell here, I'm going to use orange, must be a doubler. And it must sum to at least 15. So this is 7, 8, or 9. This arrow is similarly, these are a minimum 1, 2, 3, minimum 1, 2, 3, minimum 1, 2, 3. 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. This is a doubled 9 because, and this has to be 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3. 6 plus 6 is 12, and this has to be 1, 2, 3. 12 plus 6 is 18. So we've got a doubled 9. This is not a 9 because you can only double things once. Oh, this is a big jump out. This is 6 plus something, summing to that. So this has to be higher than 6. So this must be doubled, because if this wasn't doubled, this would have to be a 0. If this was doubled, then I've blown the 6 total. So I just have to double this. And then this is 6 plus 6 equals, so this is a doubled 3, because it's 6 plus 6 equals, this is now 12. 6 plus what equals 12? This has to be summed to 6, but I can't use a 6 because that breaks the rules of Sudoku. So I have to, this has to be a doubler to get there. And what is doubled gets to 6. This is a doubled 3. That's really clever. And these now all sum to 12. This arrow, yeah, I see what's going on here. This is just a lot of, not obvious, but clearly given. This arrow, the minimum I can put into that is 1 and 1. And there, so this cannot be 1 because I'd have to put 1 and 0 in here. So this is a doubled 1, which means these have to sum to 2, which means they are 1 and 1, because if I use anything other than 1, 1, I go above 2, which means there's no 1 in those. This is the 1. Now I can't put 1 on either of these arrows, and that's not doubled. In fact, there is a doubler down here. There is also a doubler up here somewhere. So let's mark what cells cannot be doublers. So I cannot put another doubler in this box. Those are not doublers. I cannot put another doubler in that box. Those are not doublers. I cannot put other doublers in those rows. Those are not doublers. There's no more doublers in this box. Those are not doublers. There's no more doubler in this box. Those are not doublers. Can't put another doubler in this box. Cannot put more doublers in those rows. Cannot put another doubler in that row. Cannot put another doubler in that row. Cannot put another doubler in those rows. So I have 4 more doublers. One of these is a doubler. Now, if that is a doubler, it's a doubled 2 because I've already used a doubled 1. So if this is a doubler, I think I hit a problem because this would be 1, 4, 3, 4, 5, because the 2 would count as a doubler and I can't make a doubled 1. So 1, 4, 3, 4, and 5. Now 4 and 5 would be 9. Plus 4 would be 13, plus 3 is 16, plus 1 is 17, and I can't get to 17. I have to keep this down to 16. So this cannot be the doubler. This is the doubler, which means there's no doublers in here. And similarly, I can't put a doubler on this arrow because the minute I put a doubler on this arrow, it has to be a 2. So this is the doubler. There is no doubler here. And in fact, this has to sum to, I can't make this sum to 14. This is the 8. I said this before, this has to be at least 15, so 7 is right out. And now I've got no doublers in those, so I've got doublers somewhere in here. So this is summing to 16, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Because the minimum is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I can only increase one of those digits by 1 to get to 16. So these are 5, 7, 8, 9. Now this is a 12. This can't be an 8 or a 9. This is a 5 or a 7. So I have to put an 8. Oh, this is not a 9. So 9 is in one of those two. But this is a 12. If this is a 9, that would be a 3. That would be okay. So 5 would go with 7. 7 would go with 5. 8 would go with 4. 5 would go with 7. 7 would go with 5. 8 would go with 4. 9 would go with 3. There'll be a trick I'm missing. I know this. 9 is up here somewhere. And 9 can't be doubled. 8 is in one of those two. I've got roping up here. So 8 is in one of those two and can't be doubled. Of course I've got roping going on because those 3 digits are those 3 digits are those 3 digits. So these digits can't be those digits. Well, can't be those digits. So those 3 digits are those 3 digits and therefore those 3 digits. And these digits are these digits and these digits. But I'm not seeing what to do with that yet. This is a 6 by Sudoku. That's been there from the beginning. So 6 is here, which means 6 is up here. And 6 is down here somewhere. One is down here somewhere, but 1 is not in one of those two because 1 is... So 1 is in one of those 3. So that's a 1? Because 1 is in one of... Yeah, this is a 1 by Sudoku. And these have to sum to 11, which means that they cannot be the same digit. Because 2 of the same digit does not sum to an odd number. So they have to be 9, 2, which they could be. If they were 8, 3, it would be 8 and 3. 7, 4 could be done in either order. And 5, 6 would be 5 and 6. That's way too many options. But 2 is down here now. 2 is in one of those two. And if this is 1, 2, this is a 9. Okay. What can this be? Because it can't be 1, it could be 2. It can't be 2. So let's just put in all the options. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 2, 4, 5, or 7. If this is a 2, this would be a 4 total, which would have to be 1 and 3. But I can't put 1 in either of the... and it could... Or 2 and 2. And it could be 2, 2, except for the fact that I've put 2 there. So this can't be a 2, because it can't be 1, 3, or 2, 2. Because I cannot put 1 in either of those cells, and I can't put a 2 into either of those cells if this is a 2. So this is 4, 5, or 7, which means there's a 2 in one of these, which is doubled. Well, I can't put a 2 up here, so the doubled 2 is down here, because I've got a 2, 3 here. So the doubled 2 is down here somewhere. Which means 2 is in here. I cannot put 2 in here. And I cannot put 2 in here. So 2 is in one of those cells and not there. So 1 and 2 are both in there. So if 2 is in here, this is a standard arrow. This can't be the 2. This is a 2. Whoa. That's very strange. So this is 5, 7, 8, or 9. Because 2, 3, 1... Actually, it can't be, because if it was 5, it would be 2, 3, 1, 4. So this can't be 5, can't be 6. So this is 7, 8, or 9. 2, 5... Well, I can't use a 1. 2, 5, 3, 4 would get me to 7. 2, 6, 3, 5 would get me to 8. Except I couldn't use 2, 6. So the only ways to do 8... I can't use 1, 7. So it'd be 2, 6, 3, 5. That's all I have, and I couldn't do 2, 6 on an arrow, because I can't do 2, 6 there, and 2, 6 here would make this. But I need to put a doubled 2 down here. So I couldn't do 2, 6 anyway, but that would double the 2. So hang on, if this is... If this is 7, how do I do it? Because one of the 2 down here is doubled, so it counts as 4. So I could do 3, 4, or I could do 2, 3, but what do I do as the other one? Because I couldn't use 1, 6. I've used the 2. I've had to use 2, 3 to get to 7. So I don't have 2 or 3 available. I can't do 7. And I think 8 is just as broken. Because if I do 8, the only options I have, 2's not available because 2 is doubled. So I've only got 3, 5, but I could do 2, 4, which I couldn't do with the 7. So I could do 2, 4, 3, 5. So 8 and 9 are both possible. Okay. Hang on, didn't I take 4 out of here? Why is it back? Because 4 would need to be 1, 3. Did I roll back at some point? Am I having a migraine? Because 4 would need 1, 3 or 2, 2. I could do 2, 2 in here. 4, 2, 2 could work. No, it can't because 2 is up here. So this can't be 4 anymore. Because 4, I can't do 1, 3, and I can't, hang on, 4 would be 8. Four would be 8. Couldn't do 1, 7. Couldn't do 2, 6. So this would be 3, 5. Which I can't see how to disprove. So there's a double 2 down here, and something up here is a 4, a 5, or a 7. I am not seeing this. I imagine it's something really easy. If this is 3, this is 5. Okay, if this is 4, this is 6, and that would break that. So this could be 3, 5. It can't be 4, 6. 5, 7 would break that, because 5, 2 would mean 7, and I'd have nothing to put in there. 6, 2, 8 works, and 7, 2, 9 works. So this is restricted to those 3 options. Eight is down here somewhere. But I could put 8 there. Like if this is 14, this could be 8 and 6. Is it just casing the options up here? So I know the sum of these digits. They are 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. But one of them... So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what I've got is they sum to 39 because an entire box of the Sudoku sums to 45. All the digits 1 to 9 added together is 45. So these sum to 39. Which means the maximum these could be is 17. This has to be doubled. Because if the sum isn't doubled, then I've got something doubled plus other digits summing to no more than 17. And 17 doubled is only 34. So this has to be the doubled cell or the math doesn't work. So this is not doubled. This is doubled. No, is doubled. And therefore that's the 2. This is not the 2. This is the 3. This is the 2. There's no 3 here. This is not doubled. But I've got all the doubler cells now, so I can get rid of the grey. Okay. Now, this can't be an 8 or a 9 now, because the 8 and the 9 are known. This is an 8-9 pair. Okay, cool. And these are 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, this can't be a 6, so it's a 4, a 5, or a 7. Now, if this is 4, this is already lost because, right, if this is a 4, these sum to 8, but I've got to put at least an 8 in there. So this is not a 4. I've got a 5, 7 pair. This is a 4 arrow. Now, this 4 arrow sums to 8. So 1, 7 is not possible. 2, 6 would be possible in... No, 2, 6 is not possible because I can't put 6 or 2 there. 3, 5 is possible in that order, and I can't do 4, 4 because I can't put 4. So this is 3 and 5, which takes 3 out of those, which means this is the 3 on that arrow, which means that's not 3, which means that's not 5, giving me an 8, 9 pair. But I can do more. Because if this is a 5, these have to sum to 10, but I can't do 8, 2 or 9, 1. So this is a 7. So this is 7, 8, 9. So this is 7, 8 pair, and this is a 7, 9 pair. And these are 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, and this is a 4, 5. Now 7 is 14, which is 9 plus 5 or 8 plus 6. So the 4 is in here, but 4, 6 is 10. That doesn't work. So this is 4, 5, 9. This is the 6. So 6 plus 8 is 14. This is now a 4. So there's no 4 in. Oh, I got the 4 out then. But it's okay. I'm getting there slowly, but I'm getting there. The 9 looks down means this is 8, which is 2 plus 6. I've now got a 7 doubled, so this is a 5. And I've got all the doublers. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So there's a 7, 9 in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 4 plus 5, which is 9. So these have to sum to 9. Now, I can't use 1, 8. I can't use 2, 7. I can't use 4, 5. Well, this is the 4 and this is the 5 because of that. So this is 3, 6. And the 6 here makes this the 3 and this the 6. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7, and 8. There's no 4 or 8 there. That's the 7, and I can take 7 out of those. This is a 4, 8 pair. This 1 means this is not the 1. It's been there for a long time. Same with that one. Invisible 1. Been there for ages. Didn't use it. Because this 3 now makes this the 2. And I can take 2 out of those. That 2 looks down making that the 6. And I can take 6 out of those. The 6 looks up taking 6 out of there. The 4 and 5 look up making that the 6. Okay, so progress has been made. There's no 5 over here because of this 5. So this is 7, 8, 9. So 7 comes out of here. Where is 3 in this box? It can't go here because 3 here would mean this is a 9 to get to 12 and I can't. So this is the 3. So in order for this to be 3, I'm getting to 12. This is the 9 and this is not the 9. And these are 2, 4, and 5. So these have to sum to 12. So it's 1, 2, 9, 4, 1, or 1. So these have to sum to 11. That's the way to do it. So it's 2, 9, 4, 7, or 5, 6. Can't be 6, so this can't be 5 because there's a 6 there. Five is now in one of those two. 8 is in one of... No, 8 is placed in this box because this 8 sees those and that 8 sees that one. That's the 8, so this is the 5, and this is a 7, 9 pair. But that 5 means that's not 5. So whereas 5 in this box, it's there. 5 plus what equals 12? 5 plus 7, this becomes the 8. The 8 looks up making that 7 and that 8. This 3 looks up taking 3 out of there. This 5 looks up making that 4 and that 5. This column, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 7, and 9. Well, there's no 7 there. 4 is in one of those two, though. So 4 can't go in those or those. So 4 has to be in one of those two. Five is in one of those two. This is not a 1, by the way. This 1 looks up making that a 2, and there's no 2 in there. This 3 looks up making that the 1 and that the 3, and now this is not the 1 and this is the 1. This is now a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2, 4, and 8. Now, I took 4 out of there because of the 4s lining up, but that's not helped me much. Got to put a 7 in here somewhere. Nope. But I think I've done most of the arrows now. This one still is going to give me some information, but the rest are done. So I'm probably just scanning badly because it's what I do. There is a 6 right here. Where is 6 in this column? I have 4 6s looking into this box. And I've broken the puzzle. Why did I put 6s down here? Why did I put 6s down here? Because there's a 6 in the box. Invisible digits break my brain. Did I use that? I can't have. That's 2 puzzles in a row where I've done something fundamentally stupid. I'm praying I didn't use that. Okay, so I've got a 7-9 pair. So I've got a quadruple in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, not 5, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 8 is what I'm missing. So there must be an 8 in one of those two. This can't be 1 or 2. This can't be 1 or 3. It's not helping me. I'm terrified about those 6s. Is it only 2, 4? No. This 2 is looking down, making that 4 and that 2. So these sum to 5. I need to get to 12. That's a 7, which means that's a 9, that's a 7, that's a 9. The 9 looks up making that 7 and that 9. The 9 looks down, taking 9 out of those. So this becomes 4 and 7. The 4 looks across, making this 8 and 4. This 8 looks back, making this 3, which means this has to be the 8 for the column. The 3 looks up, making this 1 and this 3. The 1 looks down, making this 2 and this 1. Now, this box needs 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 and 9. That 9 makes that the 2 and that the 9. The 2 looks across, meaning that is not the 2. This is just a pair now, which I think is 2, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 and 8. But this 8 tells me that that's the 2 and that's the 8, which means that's the 4. Now, in this row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is a 7. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. This 9 looks down, making this the 5 and this the 9. The 5 looks up, making this is the 4 and this is the 5. And that is the solution to doubler arrow. So the arrow bit at the start was really cool, and I missed some Sudoku for a bit. Which, okay. But the doubler stuff was definitely much easier to break into than I got really floundered on this 2 stuff, and I really should have realized the math that was happening up here. One of those 2 had to be doubled or I was doomed, and once I got this 5, it couldn't be that one, so that had to be doubled. Yeah, I should have realized that a lot sooner. Very, very cool intro double puzzle. Thank you, Fan of Power Grid, for giving the approval. And I think it was Ambrose who recommended this. If it wasn't, I'm sorry to the person who did. Yeah, thanks for the puzzle. Really do appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you want to check out me doing some video game puzzling, as I said, hopefully I've already got some Portal videos up. If I haven't, then I've got a very expensive computer that's not working. And yeah, as always, good luck with your solving.